Welcome back to Bat Fridays here on One Comic Book a Day, where we're covering the second story in Batman 17. The Penguin Goes Hunting. The Penguin basically is insulted by the warden of whatever prison they're being sent to currently in the DC universe of the Golden Age for not being creative enough and lacking imagination, mainly just insulting the umbrella. It's actually really fascinating that this early on in Batman, they're already very pointedly making fun of the fact that the Penguin uses an umbrella a lot, that he would be unimpressive without his umbrella. And the umbrella itself is just kind of silly in a weird way. I don't feel like it's more egregiously silly than a lot of other Golden Age villains, but this comic story definitely feels pointed at it. That makes me wonder if there were, say, complaints in letters about the Penguin and his umbrella, or maybe other writers, artists, someone had been complaining about this over and over again to the Batman staff, either the writers, the editor, or the artists. Either way, it just feels very specifically responsive. So the Penguin steals a whole bunch of sporting goods, because that's his new gimmick. And you know what? It is somewhat creative to see him use a fishing pole to steal dollars out of windows. Honestly, you shouldn't be putting your wads of cash or your bundles of cash just right next to an open window. You're just asking for someone to use a fishing pole line to pull it in. There is this sense of this comic that the writer is trying to pigeonhole themselves with something mundane, but to come up with creative ideas, which is great. Great for a comic. Especially aimed at children, I really like always that feeling of the Dungeons and Dragons. This is what you have. Be creative with it to get out of a situation. It's not like the most exciting idea. Honestly, the umbrellas feel more creative, especially if they're shooting bullets or flamethrowers and he's gliding his way out there than, say, using a gun to shoot a rubber wolf you sent to some rich guy so it releases some sort of gas. That's a long way to go with that. It's still very creative, but still a long way to go with that. Why don't you just create some sort of detonator to release the gas instead of shooting it with a rifle? That's neither here or there. It's not really a complaint to the story. It's just something oddly funny about having that rifle, and that's the best idea you can come up with. Doing something with it. The Penguin also has some wild dogs to eat Batman and Robin, who they easily just train away. This leads to actually the most exciting part of the comic. It's a dog and pony show. Not truly, but they tried to rob a sporting museum on some horses, leading to a horse chase with the dogs working for Batman and Robin. This is a few years before Ace the Bat Hound will exist. Yes, Batman had a dog named Ace the Bat Hound. I still don't understand how he got that mask on by himself. They very clearly mentioned that he put it on himself. He doesn't have thumbs. How do you get that cowl on? But if we ever get to there, we'll I guess I'll rant about that again. So really, the Penguin's downfall was bringing in some dogs himself. It feels like John Wick 3 with the horse chase and then the two dogs tackling people down. But it doesn't take that much to take down the Penguin. Really, the problem with a lot of these Batman stories is though they're dynamic and are full of actually really good action and set pieces, there is this sense that characters are just getting away to get away because the story needs to be longer. There's nothing really interesting about how they're getting away. Most of the time, it's just whacking Batman in the back of the head. Seriously, you should put more armor there, like a steel plate or something, just right in the back of the head so he's not getting knocked out. But I do enjoy this story, and I appreciate them sort of looking inwards at what they're doing to find ideas or even criticisms towards them. That's more thought than I expected from a Batman story from like 1943. Okay, that is it from Batman 17, The Penguin Goes A-Hunted. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notifications when a new video goes up. I do this Monday through Friday, but Mondays and Thursdays I cover a Superman story or Superboy story in one of the comics that they're featured in. I'm not going to list them. And please join us next time. Same Bat Day, same comic book channel. Have a great day.